Alright, birthday special time, let's go. I'm going to be ranking each of the pals based off of if they're original, got some elements but are remixed enough to feel special. I can kind of see the Pokemon in it, but it's unique enough. It's a little too on the nose, or if it's a straight up ripoff. Let us begin. Now, we're not going to do that many of the Terraria ones because that's crossover stuff, so let's just add a row below. We'll just say crossover. 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 There you go. We'll make this purple or pink or whatever. Doesn't matter. So crossover stuff. This is stuff from other games. Like it's supposed to be there. That's kind of the point. It's a crossover. Goddamn, it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be original. It's a crossover. So anyway, let's begin with the other pals. Wooloo looking ass bitch over here. I can kind of see it a little bit. But here's the thing. The horns are unique, the eyes are unique, the gems are unique, the roundness is unique, it's bipedal, it's got ears. So it definitely has a little bit of something that would say Wooloo, but then again, Wooloo is a sheep anyway, and that's pretty easy to replicate. So I'm gonna say it's original. Fuck off. Oh, well, this one's clearly Meowth or whatever. Well, it doesn't have any of the Meowth traits. It's a lot more unique. It's not really a Siamese cat. It's its own cat. You can basically base every cat in Pokemon off of another cat. Like it's just a cat that's bipedal and does things. You could technically say Digimon as well, but like no, it has just unique enough elements to feel like its own thing. This is just a fucking chicken. Who cares? It's unique enough. Fucking goddamn original. Fucking goddamn, it's a chicken. Anyone can make a chicken look this cute and be in a game like that. God damn, it's a chicken. I don't think this would basically be anything else besides just a chicken from Palworld. Leaf Monk, some people compare it to Pachirisu, which is a fucking squirrel, so anything. Oh, a Mulga. Well, it's also a fucking flying squirrel. It's a squirrel. Anyone can make a squirrel. Oh, well, it's the eyes. Yeah, anyone can use these eyes. Nintendo doesn't own these eyes. Unique enough. Fuck off. It's like anyone can do that. Oh, well, this is clearly Vulpix. Now, Vulpix has a swirl on its head. It doesn't have unique ears like this. Well, it could be Finnegan. No, because Finnegan has unique patterns and stuff. This is literally just a fox character with a fire on its tail, which is also based off of a yokai. So, original. Fuck off. Oh, Quacks. Oh, well, it has to be fucking based off of every other fucking duck Pokemon like Psyduck. Oh, and also like maybe Piplup or whatever. No, it's unique enough. It has the ears, it's got the whiskers, it's got the paddle tail, it goes, it's flack. It's unique enough. Okay, I can see some elements of Raichu in this one with its tail and stuff, but that's about it. They don't own that tail style. They don't own that type of fucking tail. Everything else about it's pretty goddamn unique. It remixes the idea of the electricity on the tail, remixes the idea of yellow and black mixed together, and it looks just original enough to where I can be like, okay, it's definitely from Palworld. Monkey. They don't own monkeys, dude. They don't own monkeys. Oh, well, it looks like Pansage. No, they don't own a monkey. You can have a leaf monkey. This is perfectly fine. This one you could argue looks kind of like Digimon, but I'm gonna say unique enough. You could argue that it looks like Digimon, but I think it's just unique enough to be its own thing. Oh, well, this is Piplup. It's a penguin. Anything can look like Piplup. If it's blue and fucking white, it can look like Piplup as long as it's a fucking penguin. This one's hyper unique. We'll make another one above. Add above, and then we'll make it purple or maybe blue. There you go. Hyper. Hyperage in all. I think that's how you spell original. Oh no, I'm stupid. Anyway, this one's hyper original. Like I've never seen a duck pirate thing look like this. This looks really original to me. I've never seen anything else in media look like this one. Okay, this one's a little too on the nose. They could have made it a little bit more unique. This one's a little bit like Sand Slash a little bit with the ice, but it's I'm gonna put it like right here. I can kind of see it with the Shaman esque feel. Shaman does look like that, but Shaman's a hedgehog. Anything can look like a hedgehog and look like Shaman. But it's the spikes that are really getting me because a little bit of that reminds me of Sand Slash with its big spikes as Alolan Sand Slash. But I'm gonna say I kind of see it. No, this is just a fucking goober. This is original enough. That's just a little goober, a little man. Every time I see this thing, I just think Palworld. I don't think of Pokemon or anything. It's that original. I guess I can kind of see a little bit of Pokemon in that one, just a tiny bit. It's just not unique enough. Maybe it should have like a Palsphere on its head or something. It's all about Palspheres. This one's unique. It looks a lot like its own thing. There is a Digimon that kind of looks similar, but then again, it's based off of a fucking bird. Anything can look like a bird. This thing is unique enough. I don't really see that many elephant like creatures that look like this thing. It looks just unique enough. Yeah, sure, Musharna, but guess what? It's an elephant. Anything can look like an elephant. Again, like they don't own that design. They don't own these eyes. They don't own like the patterns or the stripes. They don't own the spikes. They don't own that shit. They own the Pokemon itself. They don't own the fucking, individual pieces. Depresso is unique. It's a depressed guy. Pokemon would never make a depressed Pokemon. Never. Everything, everything's all smiley and happy. Goddamn. My phone just said, "Oh, happy birthday." Yeah, I know it's my birthday. Thank you. Thank you, phone. Okay, this one's a little too on the nose. I can't not look at this thing and not think of Eevee. It needs to be a little bit more unique. I think they should give it maybe some like special wings or something. Make it a little bit more unique than this. Maybe change the white color scheme into more of a gray or something. Just make it a little bit different. I can clearly see what's on. It's so close to rip off, but not quite. It's close. This one's original enough. Every time I see it, I just think Palworld. I don't really think Pokemon. This one's also original. Anything can be a boar. Anything can be a pig. They don't own pigs. Like, fucking, this is original enough. The spikes make it look speedy. It's its own thing. I can kind of see Eevee in this, but it is original enough to where I think it's unique enough. Well, this looks like a Drillbur. It looked like Drillbur. It's unique. It's special enough. It's got the unique brown and yellow that kind of make it special. I like it. This one I could argue is Digimon. This one's kinda. I can kind of see Digimon in that one. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like Digimon to me. That's a little too on the nose. They didn't just like do a Pokemon game. They kind of like borrowed a little bit from Digimon too. So it's kind of funny when you see a little bit of Digimon because it's like I can see that. I don't know. It's not on the nose, but it looks kind of Digimon like. I've never seen a cat like this. This thing looks way too unique. Like fucking it looks like its own thing basically. You could argue that this is like Mantime or Mantike or whatever, but I'm gonna say it's remixed enough to look special. Especially the electric one. I'm gonna say the electric one is original. Maybe they should make the electric one and the blue one a little bit more similar to each other. Okay, this one's really funny because everyone's like, "Oh, well, it looks like Lycanroc. Oh, it's so similar." You know who else Lycanroc looks like? The fucking wolf thing from fucking Monster Rancher, which is why I put Monster Rancher here. This is fucking very similar to Monster Rancher too, but then again, Monster Rancher was just a wolf dog. Lycanroc is just a wolf dog. Anything can be a fucking wolf dog. Oh, this one's hyper original. Oh, well, it looks like fucking Zatu. How? It's got a big ass weird beak, a fucking mohawk, big wide eyes, and it's fucking an exploder bird. Hell no, this thing's hyper original. This thing is so unique, I can't not think of Palworld when I look at this thing. I could see a tiny bit of Digimon in this, but it's just remixed enough where I can see it as Palworld. This one's looking a little similar to Snorlax because of the eyes and the mouth, but what they could possibly do is maybe change the mouth to where the teeth face upwards instead of downwards. That'd be a little bit more original. I can see a tiny bit of Snorlax, but it's remixed enough to where it's special because it's just a cow. They don't own cows. They don't own this face. They don't own these eyes. You know, goddamn. People are like, oh, well, this is just Blossom. How? It's so spiky. It's spiky. It's like hyper red and it's green, vibrant colors. It feels like its own creature. It has a little bit of elements from Blossom, but it's not enough to make it like a remixed. It's its own original thing. If it was a remixed, it would look a little bit more like, Mantime, or a little bit more like a Digimon, a little bit more like maybe Delphox. This is like Brave Evolution Finnegan. No, but it's just original enough to where I can see it as its own thing. Gobfin, I've never seen something like Gobfin before. Maybe a Digimon looks like this. There probably is a Digimon like this, but I don't remember seeing anything like this. Hangu kind of looks a little bit like a Chimecho. Tiny bit like Chimecho, but the long arms make it feel a little bit more original. It's kind of like Klefki a tiny bit, but it's so original and unique enough where it takes those ideas and remix it. So it looks original. Okay, they don't own pandas. Also, this thing is fucking really unique. It flies with its hair and it has like cool punchy arms. It just feels unique and it's special, and I like it. Because every time I see this, I can't think of anything but Foul World. It just feels so cool and special. Fluffy lollipop dog, I feel like that's original to me. That thing doesn't feel like anything else. Same thing with the bush creature, the bush ram. It feels just unique enough to be its own thing because it's a bush on top of a ram sheep. Like, I don't see that very often. So I feel like it's original enough. This one, you could argue it looks like one of the like deer sheep from Pokemon, but then again, it's a deer sheep. It's gonna look like it. Fucking anything looks like a deer sheep. What the fuck? Same thing for these. These look like deer sheep, so I could argue that it could be Pokemon like, but they're deer sheep. Like, they don't do anything original in Pokemon, so it's like you don't have to be original here. It's just a deer sheep. Fuck it. Oh well, this looks like Staraptor. How? How does this look like Staraptor? If anything, you could argue that it looks more like a Digimon. Because there is a Digimon that looks very similar to this, but not quite. It's just unique enough, and it's just special enough to be original. I wouldn't even say remixed. I'd say it's a lot more than that. These are definitely remixed. I see a little bit of Digimon in these, but they're just unique enough where I don't fully like compare it to the thing. This one feels original to me. Some people compare it to Houndoom, but it's Krampus, so bruh, they don't own Krampus. They don't own horns. They don't own deer heads. They don't own like fur like on their faces, and goddamn, it's just unique enough to be original. So I say it is pretty original. They don't own moths. Also, this looks nothing like any of the fucking moth Pokemon in Pokemon. It has its own unique little face style, its own vibrant colors. It's special enough to be its own thing. I could definitely just see it as Palworld. This one reminds me of Spectrobes a little bit, but it has its own special like feel to it where it doesn't feel like Spectrobes to me. I don't really see it as anything in a Pokemon. It's mostly just Spectrobes. Let's see. Dummud. People are like, oh, well, this looks exactly like Quagsire and Stunfisk and Slowpoke. Yeah, because they don't own these eyes. They don't own this mouth. They don't own this body style. They don't own fish. This is original. In fact, I'm going to say hyper original. This thing is fucking adorable as fucking, like, I love him. He goes, oh, and he has like a bunch of oil. He's adorable. I love him. Big bastard. Yeah, sure. The eyeball looks like Slowpoke. The eyeball looks like fucking Stunfisk. Oh, well, it's a fish from mud. It's a Quagsire. They don't own Mudfish, dumbass. Fucking, it's original enough. In fact, it's hyper original. Goddamn. This thing's a little bit too original to be mistaken for a Pokemon. It's a little too original. It is a witch doctor esque pal that basically wanders around trying to find people to hunt. Pretty cool. Oh, well, this looks like Scraggy. Well, if it does, it's a little too original. Because, goddamn, I can't even tell if it's Scraggy or not. Someone had to point it out to me. I'm like, so anyone can wear a hood. Lizards can wear hoods, bruh. That's fucking a normal ass thing that you can put on a thing. Goddamn. I feel like this one's more original than Absol, and it's a lot better than Absol. People compare it to Absol, but I don't see it. I see it as its own unique thing. It looks a lot more original than people give it granted for. Oh well, it looks like fucking, you know, what was it? Bravery. They tried to compare it to Braviary and Talonflame. They tried to compare this to Talonflame Braviary. It's a fucking bird. They don't own birds, bitch. They don't own birds. All right, I kind of see this one a little bit as Decidueye and a little bit of Gardevoir slash Gallade. I can see a little bit of that, but that's kind of the point. They're trying to take that idea and make it, I'm going to say it's just special enough to be its own thing. They take those ideas and they remix it into something a little bit special. Same thing for this. This is supposed to be very similar to Monfernape, but it remixed it just enough to be special because I don't see that much Monfernape in it. I see a tiny bit of Monfernape, but it's a remixed. It looks better. It is its own thing. These are completely original. I don't know where the fuck y'all get the idea that this is Vespa Queen. This is way too original to be Vespa Queen. This thing does not look anything like Vespa Queen. God damn. Y'all are just comparing bees to bees. They don't own bees, bitch. They don't own bees. Oh, this is the Grimmshire cat. Yeah, because it's based off of the Grimmshire cat. They don't own that. This is unique enough. It's special enough to be its own thing. It's hyper original. It is based off of the Grimm's Wire Cat or whatever. Fucking, I can't say the name. I'm stupid. This is also super unique. I haven't seen this in any other media where it's like these little sweepy little guys that roam on the floor. I guess you could say it's based off something, but I've only ever seen this in Palworld. So you're gonna have to show me the image, and even then, I'm gonna say Palworld. Oh well, this is Furret, and oh, it's based off the name. It is very unique. Very, very unique. It has some elements to make it look kind of like Furret, but it's not Furret. This thing's very original from Furret. It is a giant dragon, like, ferret thing. They don't own ferrets. You can have ferrets in your game. The eyes are unique, the ears are unique. It's just, it feels like its own design. Like, it has elements from Pokemon, yes. All of these have elements from Pokemon. All of them have elements from Digimon, but it's original. It changes the way you think, and you have to open your mind. You can't just be like, well, it looks like the Pokemon, so it belongs to Nintendo. No. Nintendo doesn't own eyes, faces, mouths, all that. They own the Pokemon itself. So when you take little elements and little design pieces and you remix them and you make them your own thing, yeah, it's gonna look a little different. It's gonna look a little different once you take it from an artist's perspective. This reminds me a little bit of the Ultraman Dodongo. I could technically see a tiny bit of Zebstrika, but then again, Zebra Horse that has electricity on it. They don't own horses, they don't own zebras, they don't own electricity. I think it's original enough. In fact, I'm gonna say hyper original because this actually looks like a really fucking cool design. I can see a little bit of Ninetales in this one, just a tiny bit of Ninetales, but it's just remixed enough where it's its own thing. This one's super original. I like this one a lot. Oop, there you go. This one's super original. I like it. I'm gonna say hyper original because it is super special design. This one's also like very hyper original. I like this design a whole lot. Like some people compare it to Xerneas, but I don't see Xerneas at all. I see its own unique thing. Bolt Hound, you could technically say a tiny bit of Manectric and a tiny bit of Lucario, but they don't own dogs, bitch. They don't own dogs, and it takes those special designs and quirks and make it its own. This one's also hyper original. This is a yokai dog thing. That's really cool. I like how they take the yokais and they turn them into pals. That's a really cool idea. Again, they don't own this design. You could say like, oh well, it's Tornadus or whatever. No, it's just unique enough to be its own thing. So, fuck off. You could say Tornadus. You could say technically like every other Digimon that's like a girl thing on top of a cloud, but no, I think it's original enough. Again, original. Like a lot of people are like, oh well, it looks like Mewtwo. What's Mewtwo? A humanoid creature that's like skinny in weird places and has big hand fingers and has a tail. This thing doesn't have a tail. It has its own unique hair pieces. Yeah, it has weird fingers, but then again, they don't own weird fingers. They don't own that shit. They don't own it. It's design shit. Okay. This one has a lot of Meganium inside of it, a little bit of Gudra inside of it. I kind of see where you're coming from, but it's just unique enough. Just unique enough, bitch. This thing is hyper unique. Goddamn. I don't really see that many Pokemon that look like this thing. It's like a plesiosaur dinosaur esque thing, and then there's also a ground electric one. Very cool. I don't see much of this thing. Fucking, this does not look like any Pokemon to me. This looks like its own Palworld variant. Drill Turtle, you could argue, is a what's the word I'm looking for? Blastoise, maybe, maybe a Tortonator. But then again, those are just turtles, and this thing has drills on its back, so it's a drill turtle. Oh yeah, Caracosta could also be kind of like one, but again, it's a turtle. They don't own turtles, and this is just unique enough to be special. Tomcat, I don't think Tomcat looks like anything in my opinion. I don't see anything of Tomcat actually. It's its own weird thing. Lavander, I think that one's super unique. Goddamn. A little too unique. Fucking ugh. It's gross, but like it is unique. Goddamn. Candle bitch. I can see some elements of Digimon in it, but that's about it. Oh boy. We're starting to get into the ones that are a lot harder for me because I barely use them in Palworld. I barely use them because I don't care about them, but we'll try our best. Wyvern to me just feels like a giant, dragon thing. So I'm gonna say hyper original because they don't own dragons. And then the Cryos one looks really original. You could say Evoltol, but I don't really see Evoltol that much. People say Evoltol. Bushi. They don't own samurais, bitch. They don't own samurais, and it's unique enough and special enough to be its own thing. So original. I don't see any Pokemon in these. These are just fucking birds. In fact, hyper realistic, hyper original, bitch. They're just birds. Goddamn. It has some elements of Delphox. It has some elements of Delphox, but that's about it. Some elements, and it makes it unique and special enough. Same for this one. You could also argue Miss Magius, but like they take those ideas and make it just special enough where it's its own thing. I like how they did it twice too, with the same color schemes too, with each other. And also the same color schemes as Delphox and Miss Magius, so it's even funnier, but it's just original enough. This one's a little too on the nose. In fact, I'm gonna say it's a ripoff. This one's like the only ripoff. That actually just feels like Cinderace. I'm sorry. That one feels like a ripoff. If you want to make it original enough, I would give it like weird leaf pads, maybe some like cool vines growing off of its body like a belt, and then I would change its feet to be more like boots, and I'd make it just a tiny bit more special. This is its own thing. I don't see this as anything else. I can kind of see a little bit of Digimon in it, but that's about it. This one's hyper unique. Goddamn. Oh, well, it has baby doll eyes and it looks kind of like the moth thing. Is this a moth to you? This don't look like a moth to me. This just looks like a lady with a hat. It just looks like a lady with a hat with weird hands. This one's also super original. Goddamn, this one's like a unique dragon with a big fat belly and like little wings. It's super cute. You could say like Dragonite, but they don't own fat dragons. They own Dragonite. They don't own fat dragons. This thing has a super long neck, really cute eyes, and like little fins on its little head. Just unique enough. Okay, this one's a little too horsey like. But then again, horsey is just a seahorse. So you know what? We'll put it a little up here. I can see it as horsey, but I'm gonna say just unique enough. This thing I could technically argue looks like Primarina a little bit, maybe a little bit of Superior, but it mixes the ideas just enough to be remixed. You know what? Yeah. Just remixed enough. It's just special enough. I can see the Superior. I see where you're saying. I can see a little bit of the Primarina. I see what you're saying, but it mixes those ideas enough to make them their own unique thing. So it's a little bit too remixed. This one's hyper original too. I don't see anything out of this. Hyper original, motherfucker. This one's also hyper original. This one just reminds me of Spectrobes a little bit, but that's about it. Fucking relax. Saurus is a dinosaur, and it's like the most unique dinosaur I've ever seen. This thing is cute as fuck, has rocket launchers, and has a Mohawk electric variant. This thing is the most unique out of all the pals. Besides, of course, Wampinator, which I'm going to put all the way at the top. Oh, well, it's Tangrowth. Tangrowth is made of vines. Well, it has a black face and eyes. What are you saying? People can't have black faces and eyes? Racist. Oh, well, it has a grass type variant. Yeah, you can have grass on you and mold. It also has claw hands, big giant paw feet, a tail, and looks a lot like a yokai. Shut the fuck up. It's its own unique thing, bruh. Fucking, have you ever seen this thing move? It's so fucking cute. It swings its arms around. These two are like the most hyper unique pals out of all Palworld. Fucking, they're super cute. I love them both to death. They're unique and special, and I hate you if you fucking dare try to question. Because that shit is fucking fire. I bring these up so I can bring them up to the top. Oh, well, it looks like a Rorus. What's a Rorus? A fucking long necked dinosaur that's blue and yellow. You can have blue and yellow and still be the fucking, a Rorus looking thing. Fucking goddamn, it's a long necked dinosaur. And even then, it has like a cool little pearl on its head. This one has a little bit of leaves and stuff, unique patterns. It's just special enough. Bitch, original. Okay, I can kind of see some elements of Levani, or not Levani, fucking Lilligant. I can see some elements of Lilligant, but it takes that idea and remixes it in such a way to where it's actually kind of original. This one is straight up fucking. It feels a little too much like Spectrobes, so I can kind of see it. These feel like Spectrobes a little bit too much. If you know, you know. It's fucking. I believe the fire. Fire. Actually, no, because even though it's a fire Triceratops thing, it also has the fire on its back, kind of making it like a shell. Hmm. Yeah, because like Spectrobes has this like dinosaur guy, and it looks kind of similar to this with the horns and all that, but the horns are facing forward. This thing's facing backwards. Its back spines don't look like this back spine at all because this is like fiery and it has like a weird kind of foot thing going on with its feet versus the other one which is more broad. Actually, no, I think it's a little bit more original than I thought. I was originally going to argue that this thing could be Spectrobes, but now that I'm looking at it a little better, yeah, it's kind of a little too original, huh? Well, what do you know? Bring these all the way to the top. I feel like these are really original because it's an alpaca, but it's also a dog and has a cool looking crown on its head. I like that. These are just mammoths, and as a mammoth, it actually looks really original. Oh well, it looks like Donphan. That's an elephant. Oh well, it looks like Mamoswine. Yeah, it's an elephant. It's an elephant mammoth. It'll look like it because it's an elephant mammoth. It's like I don't know what to tell you. All right, these kind of feel like Digimon in a way. A little bit like Digimon, but it remixes it in such a way where it feels unique. These also the same, but it feels just unique enough to be its own thing. I don't think it looks that much like Palworld or Pokemon, sorry. I feel like it takes these ideas and make them just original enough, similar to these. It feels a little bit too original. This one's a fucking two-legged bipedal, weird creature thing, like a fucking Dracula. People are like, "Oh, it looks like Absol." How? It's fucking a fucking vampire thing. Goddamn. I'm pretty sure that's the vampire one, right? Yeah, that's the vampire one. Fucking, it looks like a vampire to me. I don't see any Absol in this bitch. You could argue that this looks like Dragonite, but what is Dragonite? A big fat dragon. This is also hyper feathered up and looks like a bird more than a dragon. So I don't know what to tell you. It feels really unique to me. It feels really unique and special. So I don't know what to tell you. They don't own fucking fat dragons. Same thing for this. I don't really see this at all in media. I feel like this is its own unique thing. These feel a little unique to me as well. I say a little unique, so I put them in original. There you go. Oh, well, it looks like Aggron. How? How does that look like Aggron? Oh, well, it looks like, the fucking I forgot the name. Fucking Zekrom. There you go. It looks like Zekrom. What's Zekrom? A big black dragon. This is a big black dragon with armor and fucking cannon hands. It looks like cannon hands to me, but it's not cannon hands. It doesn't shoot anything out of those hands, but it is very fucking original. This one I don't remember quite as much. I believe it's a scorpion, and it's a very weird looking scorpion at that. I'm gonna say it's original, but I don't think it's. I will say hyper original because it's just a scorpion. Anything can look like a scorpion. Oh well, it's an Anubis dog. It has to be Lucario because Lucario is an Anubis dog. Do they own dogs? Do they own Anubis? No. Oh, do they own bipedal dogs? They don't own bipedal dogs. They own Lucario. This thing's fucking original as fuck because not only does it mix into the Egyptian aesthetic, but it also has its own unique kind of belt thing. It has its own unique kind of hairstyle. This thing is a little too original for me to fucking compare it to Lucario. Like, Lucario looks way different from this thing. They're both dogs. Yeah, whatever. They're both fucking Egyptian based. Yeah, whatever. Guess what? Egyptian dogs are a thing. You could argue that they're based off of that and that they copied that. You could argue that the Egyptians should get the credit, but like, no, because it's an idea. You can use ideas, bitch. Oh, well, it looks like Gyarados. How? Gyarados has a big, gaping fucking mouth. Oh, well, it's blue. Anything can be blue. It has yellow. Yeah, anything can be fucking yellow, bitch. They don't own colors. This thing is a little too unique to be fucking Gyarados. And even then, I would compare it more to the fucking, like, Machine Dramon. Or, not Machine Dramon. What's the one Serpent one from Digimon? I forgot what it's called. Sea Serpentmon or whatever. Oceanmon, something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but it's something. What was the name? Nope, can't remember. This one's super unique. I have not seen something like this at all. Like when I first saw this, I was like, wow, this is fucking really special. Like I saw it and my eyes kind of like popped like this is supposed to be based off of a Pokemon? I can't even tell. Grizzbolt is supposed to be based off of not only like, semi Pikachu, but it's also based off of Totoro a little bit. But because it has that unique design, that unique smile, it feels really special. Plus, on top of that, it has a fucking machine gun, and that makes the design pop even more because it has this really cool machine gun. So yeah, I think it's just unique enough, just special enough to be its own hyper original thing. I can see a little bit of what you're talking about here. This looks a little bit like Lilligant. A little bit. They don't own Anubis birds, first of all. Second of all, that is a very unique design. First of all, they don't own shark dragons. You could argue that this is Garchomp, but here's the problem. Its fins look a little too unique, it's a little too special, it's electrical looking ass bitch. It has a really cool looking design. I don't give a fuck. I don't see Garchomp in this bitch. Garchomp looks way different from this motherfucker. Goddamn. Y'all are just fucking nitpicky. Y'all are just like, oh, it has to be. No. Oh, well, they copied something that looks kind of similar to Pokemon. Who cares? They don't own that design. They don't own this type of dragon. Speaking of which, they don't own this. These are fucking more Digimon based than fucking Pokemon, and even then it makes it original enough. This is just a fucking Pegasus. Not even a hyper original Pegasus, it's just a Pegasus. Jet Dragon's probably also one of the most like unique dragons I've ever seen. Because not only does it has the cool fins and stuff, but it also has the cool like sleek design. Oh well, it looks like Salamence. How? Salamence looks a whole lot more different from this Jet Dragon. Plus, it's just a Jet Dragon, so like, yeah. Oh well, this looks like Gardevoir. How? How does this look like Gardevoir? Tell me the exact reason. Oh, it's a slutty pal. Yeah, anything can be slutty. Anything can have a dress. This thing's just a slutty dress character. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It is hyper original in its own way. This thing's super hyper original. This thing has like a really cool like moon fin on its back, and it's like a samurai with the moon on its head. Foggy. I love Foggy. Foggy fun. This thing is super cute, and I love its little stick. It's such a cool design. This one's also really original. I like this design a whole lot, especially this one. This one's really fucking cute. I like this one a whole bunch too. This one's actually really hyper original. In fact, a lot of these are hyper original. Like you could argue that this is like Dusknoir, but it's so unique that it changes that idea. Like look at that. It's fucking unique. Unique again. Okay, wait, hold on. Not this one. Not this one. A little too on the nose for this one. Then again, they don't own those types of dogs. They don't own that. That's a yokai. So I can see where you're coming from, but then again, it's based off of the yokai, so they don't own that. And this one's also pretty original. I like that one a lot. This one's also fucking super original. I like this one a ton. This one's really fun. I like the mimic chest because it's like a dog with like 4 legs. Super fucking cute. This one is a fucking alien, and it looks fucking dope. Oh, I didn't know you could catch that guy. That guy's fucking cool as shit. That thing's original as fuck, bruh. God damn. This one I dare say is hyper original. I like that one a lot. I like this one a ton too. This one's super hyper original. What the fuck? So you can kind of get the fucking idea. The first time around, they kind of copied a little bit just to kind of fuck with Nintendo, and then the rest are super unique. Like these are all fucking really unique ones. I like these a lot. That one's super unique too. This one's really unique. I like this one a lot too. This one's really unique. Goddamn. My god. There's so many good bangers here. I like this one a lot too. I love this little chickmunk guy. Like, they don't own chickmunks. They don't own all that shit. This is fucking super cute and really original. I like this one a ton too. What the fuck? Oh my god, this one's also very original. This one has a little bit of executor in it, but then again, they don't own palm trees. They don't own that shit, and even then, they take that idea and remix it in such a way where it's really original. I love this guy too. Like, this is such a cute design. This one's clearly supposed to be like based off Walren and stuff, but it takes the Walren idea and makes it even better. So hell yeah. This was supposed to be like a Tentacruel thing. I could kind of see that, but it's so unique that I can't say it's Tentacruel. Hell yeah. These are really cute too. These are like jellyfish ones, and they're really special too. I like this one too. This one's really cute. I have to admit, I had an idea similar to this one, and now I have to change it because now Palworld has it. I can't really use it. It's a sea urchin lady. I actually had an idea like that one day, but that was a long time ago. This one's super original. It's like a little guy inside of a shark suit, which is actually a thing. There's actually a animation uh where I forgot what it's called, something delivery, and there's a guy in a shark suit that's an alien. So this is kind of like that too, and I like that. This is super original too. Like these are super original. The whales are super original. You could argue Whalelord, but with the teeth and the horn and the glacial ice on its back, it's just too original. God damn. So this is my opinion. I think all these up here are like hyper original. They take all the Pokemon elements and they remix it so much that I can't even tell. It's so much like Palworld. It's just Palworld. I could argue that this one's not as original. Like it does look kind of like Garchomp, but it just takes those elements and makes them better and specializes them and remixes them. All these are original, but I can a little bit see something, but they're original enough. Plus, they don't own dinosaurs, they don't own birds, they don't own chickens, so fuck off. Same thing for these. These I can see a little bit of what you're saying, but it's remixed enough. I kind of see that shit. That looks a little bit like Pokemon, but it's unique enough. This one's a little too on the nose. This one's clearly a ripoff. This is the only ripoff Palworld Pokemon. All right, so you want to see what they actually fully look like? All right, so uh this should be a thing. Let's see. All right. So here you go. That's supposed to be Wooloo, but Lamball is very different. Yeah, I don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. Nah. Nah. I see a little bit of Shaman in that, but they don't own hedgehogs. Mhm. That just feels like Eevee. It just feels like Eevee. Rushboar feels unique. I can see a little bit, you know. Like these are pretty unique designs. They take a lot of the elements and kind of remix. Oh yeah, the udder. That could make it a little bit more original. Not to mention it's also like mozzarella, so that's cute as fuck. All in all, I think fucking Pokemon is like stupid for trying to call these guys out. Like, look at that! Like, how is that Staraptor? It's got the fucking tail things, bitch. God damn, it has just unique special things about it. Like, this can't be Houndoom at all, or Zora Arc for that matter. Like, I am just labeling what I think it kind of looks like, but these are just Krampuses. Like, it's just unique enough. Be something unique, special. God damn, like a lot of these are really good design. In fact, this one doesn't even look too much like Infernape. Like I can tell they're trying to like take a little bit of that design, but it just looks like a monkey to me now. All right, I take it back then. It looks a little too original. Yeah, like look at Chillet. How the fuck is his fur? It has the weird little hand designs. It's got little diamond shapes on its body, the whiskers, the ears. It's a dragon, like, bruh. It just looks a little too original. This one looks a little bit like Ninetales, I'll give you that. But this one's definitely not Zebstrika. This thing's too original to be Zebstrika. Like, look at this thing. This thing's fucking hyper original. What the fuck? This one's like super unique. I like this one a lot. This one you could say is like, you know, what's it called? The a Manectric. You could say Manectric. You could say a Lycanroc a little bit, but it's just unique enough. I love this one because it's yokai. You know, this one is its own unique thing. This one's super original. Like I don't care if it like looks kind of similar to Mewtwo. It has the hair, it has the like the cool looking legs. It looks a little too like unique and special to be Mewtwo. Then you got these obviously look a little bit like Meganium and Gudra, so I can kind of see where you're coming from there, but I'd say it's just unique enough. Surf is really interesting, and I don't know why they just call it Surf, but oh, Surfant. There you go. Sorry. I really like Surfant. Surfant looks really good. This one looks super fucking good. Digging Turtle, you know, Tombat looks really original. I like Lavander a little bit with the like little tail things, but it's just ugh. Ugh. You realize what the fuck it is, and then it's like ugh. You got a little bit of Flame Bell, pretty cute. Van Wavern, very cute, very cool. Bushi's really original. Beacon, I don't see any fucking Pokemon in Beacon. Beacon and Ragnarok are its own thing. Catris, a little too original, you know. Wixen's a little too original. That one's just straight up. It looks a little too much. It looks fucking like Cinderace so bad. I guess the tail is supposed to make it unique, but yeah, I just see Cinderace. Give it some boots or something. Give it some like vines on its belt and maybe change its like facial expression a tiny bit. Maybe its eyes are closed and it has like little cat face. I don't know. This one's really unique. I like this one. I thought, look at this guy. How is this Dragonite? This thing's so cool, so special. This thing's fucking super cute too, but I can kind of see horsey out of it. But then again, it's a seahorse, so it's like whatever. Yeah, no, actually, I take it back. This thing's a little too original. It's got the little tail thing. The pattern's unique. The ribbons make it feel unique. It feels a little too special. This one's like hyper original. I like this one a lot too. Hyper original. Super mega original. Fucking, it's a dinosaur with like cute little hands and shit. Fuck off. This thing's cute as fuck. I love Relaxosaurus. It is super special. You know what? I kind of take it back. This thing is more original than I thought. It's got the cool little leaf tails and stuff. Yeah, Bronc Cherry is hyper original. Petalina, you know, I take it back too. I don't really see that much Lilligant out of it now. I'm gonna say a little bit more original. Okay, yeah, this one's definitely more original than I thought. It looked like the fucking Spectrobe, but nah, it's a little too original for that. King Pekka looks a little too original. Mammoth looks a little too original. I love the little bracelets on him too. Wampo is hyper original. That looks nothing like Tangrowth. Tangrowth is like super viney. It has like ears. It has like the claws and the claw feet. It looks. In fact, these legs are really original too, because like Tangrowth has stubs. This thing has actual feet with like nails and shit. Fucking goddamn, this looks way too original. And then the cute little fantail thing for its mouth, hyper original. I like this guy a lot more now that I'm looking at him. He doesn't really look too much like Digimon, but I can kind of see Digimon in him. I'm gonna say original. This one's a lot more original than you think. Oh well, it looks like the one guy from Univa. No, it's a lot more original. That's a fucking vampire. How the fuck do you compare this to fucking Absol? It's a vampire. Like goddamn it. Okay, I'm looking at this a lot harder. It is way more hyper original than I thought. This thing looks like its own unique fucking thing. Like I could see Dragonite before with just the head, but now that I'm looking at the body, no, this thing's a little too original. A little too original. A little too original, too original. Really fucking original. Look at this cool design though. Like it looks like it has little cannon arm things, but these are just, normal arms. It looks like cannon hands, but like it's super original. I just love these guys. Okay, that one looks a lot more original than I thought. It's the scorpion guy. Yeah, like this thing's super fucking original. What the fuck do you mean it's Lucario? Look at its big ass hands and feet. Look at its weird fucking triangle on its head. Fucking goddamn. It has like the cool little Anubis outfit. Fuck off. Original as fuck. Giant fins for like swimming. It looks nothing like Gyarados. Holy shit, man. They get a lot more original when you start to go to the Okay, that looks nothing like Garchomp now that I'm looking at its full fucking body. It has claw hands. It has claw feet with like boots. Fucking, it has giant wings. How the fuck do you compare this to Garchomp? Now that I'm looking at it, only the head is Garchomp based. Everything else is like unique. Shadowpeak is so fucking cool too. Like, look at this fucker. Look at these paladins. God damn, you can see a little bit of Digimon, but I'd say unique enough. God damn. Jet Dragon's super fucking cool. Bellinor is fucking cool as fuck. Looks nothing like Gardevoir now that I'm looking at it from like a bigger light. Jesus. Fucking super hyper original, cute frog with like a little outfit. This one's super unique. I like this one a lot. Love the shroom dragons. Love this little armadillo guy. Love this little spooky guy. I like how people compare him to Dusknor. He looks too original to be Dusknor. Oh, this guy's super cool looking. I never got to see his full body, only his head. This thing's fucking super unique. God damn. God damn. Looks a little bit like Arcanine, but it's based off of the statue, so it's original in my opinion. This thing's a super cool looking monk. I like this guy. I love the fucking bird. This one's super cool. Mimic super cool. This guy's super cool. I didn't even know this guy was catchable. This guy's super awesome. And they're missing all the newer ones, but again, like they're super original.